You go bow for the result, though. Nothing to discuss, oh. Cause I did by default and without any doubt, though. I'm a me happy adult, though. I no go feed the girl.
Welcome, 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 the randoms. So your girl is working on being more consistent. So I've chosen Tuesdays and Thursdays. That's when I'm gonna post. That way I'll have 2 videos every week. But I ain't gonna hold y'all up. We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna start these stories. Story number 1. Am I the a-hole for leaving a party because my date refused to get me water? I had been seeing someone I met through mutual friends. We had some good times one-on-one. And when he invited me to events with friends, I contribute to the group dynamic by never showing up empty-handed and offering to grab drinks for others. Fast forward to a holiday-themed party with his friends. My date and I planned to meet there and hung out afterward. I spent the day cleaning my condo and preparing mulled wine to bring. During the party, people were getting drinks for one another, including me, when I served the wine. At one point, I was sitting on the couch, blocked by my date on one side and many others on the other side. I was tired and didn't feel like tightly squeezing past people I didn't know, so I asked my date if he could grab me a glass of water. He shook his head, and after I said, he said, no. I was just up and you could have asked before I sat down again. I was taken aback because I view small gestures like grabbing water as basic acts of care for friends, but especially someone you're dating. That moment combined with a long day of preparation left me feeling drained. Since the party was winding down and I didn't have the energy to engage further, I said my goodbyes and called a ride. A date offered to walk me out and said he felt hurt that I was leaving. I explained I needed to recharge and that he was welcome to come over after the party. As we walked out, I jokingly mentioned how him not getting me water surprised me. He replied, wow, that really upset you, huh?
Yeah.
Later we texted, but he seemed more upset about me leaving than interested in listening to why I felt drained. When I tried to call, he didn't answer. His texts were curt, and I eventually told him I'd let him decompress. 2 days later, I called to discuss what happened. He said he called that evening but didn't reach out until 3 days later, saying, I'm not dodging you. I've just been busy. At that point, I was over it, especially since he never acknowledged the misunderstanding or my attempts to resolve it. A month later, we finally had a conversation. He explained that getting me water felt subservient and was something I had to earn through time and being in the trenches with him. He also said I didn't understand how busy his life was. For context, I work multiple jobs. I calmly explained that grabbing water for someone isn't about being subservient, but a small act of kindness. After reflecting, I feel his responses and handling of the situation were disrespectful and indicative of bigger issues. So is there an a-hole here? Yeah, him. He's definitely the a-hole in this situation because getting some water should not be a serious thing. Just get up. And honestly, yeah, I do see it as a red flag because I feel like if something as small as that is going to be a problem for him to do, then think about something that you really need him to do. Definitely cut him off. I wouldn't even reached out. That would have been the end of that. Once he told me no about that water, I would have been like, oh, okay, well, let's go ahead and wrap this date up. It was so nice to see you today. And yeah, I'm going to be on my way. I do not stick around. If it is something crazy, like especially at the beginning, I'm out. I ain't got time to be wasting my time. Story number 2. Am I the a-hole for not recalling my dog when she chased my neighbors off of my property? I, 30 female, have 4 dogs, but the one this story is about is my Roddy named Bella. A few months ago, new renters moved next door and things have been unpleasant to say the least. The neighbors are always screaming and fighting late into the night, and the men in the home have a habit of always trying to talk to or just watch me when I'm outside. Oh no, that is creep vibes. This is not done in a friendly way, and it has made me feel very uncomfortable. I'm a single female living alone, and our police force isn't the best, so I just keep my head down hoping they'll move out soon. The other night around 11 p.m., I was outside with my dogs in the backyard. My neighbors have a chain fence, but I have no fence along my property except for the part that separates their property from mine. One of my dogs is on a leash, but the other 3 are completely trained off leash and do not leave the yard. I know some people may not agree with that, but I live in the countryside and also my dogs have never run off. One of the women who lives next door for some reason decided to enter my yard because she wanted to just play with my puppies.
Okay.
Bella growled and walked closer to me, and I asked the woman to please leave, but she just kept telling me it was fine and ignored what I was saying. One of the men decided to join her, and they came more onto my property, which then led to Bella barking, and after a few moments of them continuing, she chased after them. She stopped running the second she hit the property line and went inside with me immediately after. Now, these neighbors keep making comments about not feeling safe with their kids and how I should have called my dog back because they weren't a threat. They were moving like a threat, though. I don't feel like I did anything wrong, but I also don't want the area to think that my dogs are dangerous, especially with the stigma against Rotties. I also don't want to stir up unnecessary drama when it's already difficult living next to these people. Am I the a-hole? No, because she did exactly what she was supposed to do. For one, that first lady was already in the wrong for walking up on your yard. Like, that's your property. Then the guy gonna join her? Oh, no, the dog should have definitely chased them off, which is what she did. So if anything, they are definitely in the wrong, because you don't know them people. If my dog don't react like that, that's an issue. Story number 3. Am I the a-hole for not inviting my sister to my wedding after what she said about my fiance? So I, 29 female, am getting married in May to my fiance Alex, 30 male. We've been together for 5 years and he's truly the love of my life. For context, my sister Emma, 27 female, and I have always had a bit of a rocky relationship. She's also more outspoken and opinionated, while I'm a bit more reserved. Last month, we had a family dinner at my parents' house. Everything was going fine until Emma made a comment about Alex mooching off of me because I earn slightly more than him. For the record, Alex works full-time, contributes equally to our household, and is financially independent. But Emma insisted that a man should be the provider and said I regret marrying him. I told her she was being rude and asked her to stop, but she doubled down, saying Alex was just settling for me because of my income. Alex was visibly upset, though he didn't say anything, and we ended up leaving early. I later texted Emma, telling her she owed Alex an apology. She refused, saying she was just being honest. After talking to Alex and thinking it over, I decided not to invite Emma to our wedding. She found out through our mom. She said I was being overly sensitive and punishing her for sharing her opinion. She's now got other family members involved who were saying I'm tearing the family apart over a petty disagreement. Alex says it's my call, but I feel stuck. On one hand, I don't want the drama on our wedding day, but on the other hand, I'm wondering if I overreacted by cutting her out completely. Okay, so in this situation, no, you are not the a-hole, because why would you have somebody there that doesn't approve of your fiance? No, and I would not care about what the family's opinions are. This is your wedding, okay? So you should do it how you want it. It's yours. And then if they got a problem, they don't need to come either. At the end of the day, it's about you and your fiance. So no, you are not the a-hole. I hope you guys enjoyed these stories. I hope y'all been having wonderful weeks, months, years, all that. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment down below. Let me know you guys' thoughts. Share this video with your friends and your family. And I will see y'all in the next video. And I hope you're having a wonderful day.